And we are back for the featured app segment, which today we're going to be talking about an app called Excel Journal Import by Chase Software. This app was actually recommended to us by one of our listeners. And what I guess according to Chase Software, what the app actually provides is you can create journal lines in Microsoft Excel and import them directly into Business Central. Says that there's no need to create a specific Excel layout or template. And here's a big one. It supports all fields in the general journal line table, even new or custom fields, as well as global dimensions and shortcut dimensions. I think what they really set out to do is just make it easy to import data into the general journal, or different ledger items, things like that. It seems simple and installed fairly easy. But Ken, you might want to talk a little bit about when you gave it a shot.
Yeah, so I was able to install it, test it. It worked. I for some reason could not get my global one dimension code values imported from my Excel sheet that I had. All the other fields seemed to work. So and it's it's available at the right price point, right? Which is what?
Which is free, absolutely free.
Yeah. So you certainly you can install it, check it out, see how it works. There may be scenarios if you have a user who's just really comfortable working in Excel and is not very technical. I see how this may be a useful tool for them to use. But with that said, the vast majority of the Business Central users we support do not have this, right? So, how do they survive without it? And the answer is one of three ways, let's say.
Okay.
The first way is that they set up a standard journal within the general journal or a recurring general journal, and they've got the framework for their entry set, and then they just update the amounts, let's say, or dates or whatever per period that they have to post that entry. So that's the first way. The second way is you actually could just create a configuration package on the general journal line table and put the fields that you want in there. A little bit more technical maybe, right? Or you have to have help maybe creating the Excel template.
Got some scary words in there when you said configuration package.
Oh yeah, don't you get nervous, right? Configuration package. It's really just a data import tool from Excel, right?
Yeah.
And then the third way, which is maybe surprising to some people, is that if you open up your general journal page, you can just copy a row, paste it into Excel, and it creates the template effectively. You actually can go in, then fill in your rows with values, copy the rows, and literally just click on a row and paste directly into the general journal page.
That seems like the simplest way to me.
Right. Yeah.
Right. I mean, everybody knows how to copy and paste in Microsoft software nowadays. So.
Yep. So you do have there's and then there's the edit in Excel functionality where you can go to the page. So this is maybe a fifth method that you could use for this. Edit in Excel, and you just move it into Excel, hit publish in Excel, and it writes the records back into Business Central. So a lot of different ways. It's always good to have a lot of different options, and this is another option.
Would you say this is for like the very inexperienced user, right? This is a beginner's tool.
Yeah, I would say someone in the accounting area or finance area who's doing journal entries, not extremely technically savvy, right?
Yeah.
And just wants a simple tool, something easy that they can use to import from Excel. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So,
well, all right.
But we love the price point, right? And so this is one of those apps that's like, yeah, maybe go into a sandbox environment, install the app, check it out, you know, if it works for your business case, awesome.
Yeah. And I think, yeah, like you said, free works great. Can't go wrong.
Right.
But, copy and paste is also easy and pretty free.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Well, that about brings us to the end of this episode. We just got one more thing before we leave. Ken's got to do the almighty popular rating of the I forgot the name of the beer already.
Asahi
Asahi
Super
Japanese beer. It's a super dry beer. It's our first super dry beer on a shot at Business Central and a beer, so the rating is going to be a little bit different, maybe.
Yeah. Gosh, I've like really pigeonholed myself into high ratings. I got to tell you. I think I think at some point what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to go back and like re-rate all these beers
Yeah.
into something a little bit more
I think
reasonable.
I think official beer rating scales are only like 1 through 5. So maybe we'll go back and give it the official rating.
Yeah, I'm caught up in the 80s and 90s on all my beers now.
It's because you love beer, though. I mean,
Well, that is true.
it's like me with pizza. Like, come on.
So I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to do something that I've not done before. So we have a first here, shot of Business Central in the beer. And I'm gonna go half point rating here.
Half point?
Yeah.
Oh, when you actually give it the actual full. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say 89.5.
Wow. Super high. Well, not
Yeah.
super high, but higher than I would have thought. Now, do
Yeah.
you have your ratings in front of you?
Yeah.
What
So
did you rate like Budweiser or something comparable to it?
yep. So the
Oh, really?
90s are Omega Haze, like a hazy IPA.
Yeah.
I got Modelo at 91, the Carlsberg at 94. So
So yeah,
this
pretty
is
close.
right above the Orville Trappist Ale. Right.
Gotcha.
So that's kind of like my barometer. I'm like, okay, if I can have an Orville Trappist Ale or an Asahi, I'll take the Asahi.
So you said it was 89.5?
That's right. Yeah.
Ken setting the precedent with the half ratings. I love it. We pigeonholed ourselves into crazy ratings that if you're going half points.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to. We're gonna have to go back and re-rank all our beers here to give ourselves a little bit more
Fighting
wiggle room.
chance. Yeah. Well, all right then. That does bring us to the end of the podcast. So everybody, like the podcast whenever you see it. Share it with your friends. We truly appreciate it. And we will catch everybody next month. Ken?
Bye bye.